What's going on with y'all? Evans25, feel me? Back at it with another video, you know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna be reacting to 6 bad habits keeping men weak, you know what I'm saying? If you guys didn't already know, I was out of town like 2 weeks ago, and I have a very important vlog coming out this Friday, you know what I'm saying? So keep an eye out for that, you know what I'm saying? And second, I'm back to streaming every other day, so y'all can expect streams every other day. I don't even know what that's called. I don't even know. But you know what I'm saying? Streams every other day, you know what I'm saying? For at least 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tune into the stream. You know what I'm saying? Today is Monday, December 5th, and I will be streaming tonight, which means I'll be streaming on the 7th. I'll be streaming on the 9th. And I'll be out of town on the 10th, you know what I'm saying? So you guys can expect those daily, every other day streams, you know what I'm saying? But let's get right into the video. 6 bad habits keeping men weak, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on these, you know what I'm saying? And let y'all know if I practice these myself. So let's get right into it, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't 4K, throw it away. Let's get right into it.
And now just look at his life. He's a young man with no energy, no drive, no male aggression. He's a wimp, a coward, a pussy. He obsesses over girls that don't even know that he exists. They never even message him back. Damn. 0 matches per day on Tinder.
That's crazy.
It's a sad reality being a weak man. Adonis. What kind of man do you think Adonis is? Weak or strong?
Strong,
Neither.
bro.
Adonis is the ultimate man, but he isn't lucky. He wasn't born like this. Adonis developed himself as a young man through doing the right, good habits. He stayed away from the instant gratification activities that he saw other young men indulging in. There's 6 main bad habits that are keeping you weak, and if you watch till the end of this video, I'll explain to you a way to overcome them much easier than everything else that you've tried so far. The first 2 bad habits we're going to couple together, and they are social media and porn. And it's interesting that I can couple them 2 together, isn't it? Because it's pretty much the same thing. Social media is literally softcore porn.
Literally, bro. Like, you go on Twitter, bro. Like, you can't even go on Twitter in public, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta turn my brightness all the way down, bro, because I don't even know, like, if I'm gonna start seeing some ass shaking, bro, like, if a cock is just gonna come up on my screen, bro. Like, not like that's the stuff that I look at on Twitter, bro, but that's just shit that just people be retweeted, bro. It's weird. These days,
if you go onto Instagram, you see ass. If you go onto TikTok, you see ass. If you go onto YouTube, you see, like, sexy motherfucker in a bathrobe. Honestly, I was just gonna make this video as, like, one of those clickbait, you know, like...
Bro, anything with social media, bro. You go on Twitch, bro, you got girls that are in, like, bikini suits now, bro. Like, in their bathtubs doing streams, bro. Like, everywhere you go, bro. Like, there's soft porn everywhere, bro. It's crazy.
A shorter video and it's gonna get lots of views, and, like, you know, Alpha M kind of video. The top 7 bad habits to number 1, porn, and number 2. But wait, first a moment from our sponsor, the timeless piece. Like, shit.
Yo!
I was just gonna make a basic ass video to get some fucking views, and as soon as I said, like, social media is pretty much just like porn, I just felt fucking sick. I fucking hate what the world has come to, bro.
1 second, y'all. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger, bro. My phone is at like 2%, bro. And I'm about to go to the gym later, bro. I need my phone at least on 30, bro. At least. Damn. Hold up, y'all. I'm right here, y'all. I'm right here.
Honestly, I fucking hate that my generation of men are so consumed by, like, this modern technology that's so bad for them, and it's so fucking hard to pull a young man out of this. This is my work, this is my purpose, my mission. It gives me a great deal of fulfillment. But I wish it wasn't like this. When you overindulge in social media, which is extremely hard not to do, like, these platforms have been made to be addictive. They've been made to, like, put you in a trance-like state where you can't...
Bro, y'all see how TikTok be working, bro? This is my last time pausing the video, though. Y'all see how TikTok be working, though, bro? Like, if that isn't, like, proof to you that they want us to be addicted to this shit, bro, then, like, I don't know what is, bro. Because, like, they make it blatant to you that they're curating an algorithm based off what you like, so you can see more of what you like, so you can scroll for more hours.
And remember, like, you know, what time it is, how long you've spent. You think you've spent like 5 minutes watching YouTube Shorts and an hour passes by. The same with TikTok. If you only want to keep it to that very practical level, you're losing a lot of time to social media and porn. But I think it's what it does to, like, the rest of your life, your perception of the world, especially because of how sexualized social media is, and porn in itself is just fucked. I said once, I
This
gave
is
this
true.
analogy, which you might be interested in. What happens when you're watching porn in like your evolutionary caveman kind of brain? Because our brain hasn't evolved. You know, evolution takes millions of years, doesn't it? So our brain hasn't really evolved. We've only had modern technology for like 10, 20 years. Our brain hasn't evolved for this. So what does our brain
Facts.
think is happening when we are watching porn? It thinks it's real. Of course, there's a part of our brain, you know, like the most advanced part of our brain, which of course understands, yep, this is porn, and you know, I'm actually a loser, I'm actually just looking into a screen. But there is like an evolutionary part of our brain, like the brainstem, you know, the oldest part of our brain, the caveman kind of brain, which literally
Those two
thinks
talk
it's
so
real.
fast.
It thinks that you have such a variety of sexual options. I know this is going to be offensive. That part of your brain doesn't realize that you are a fucking loser, that you are the one looking into a screen. So this part of your brain, this like caveman part of your brain, thinks that you are a winner. It thinks that these women have submitted to you. They're sexual. That's why your dick gets hard. And when you bust a nut, it's like, oh wow, like we've achieved the height of male life. We have successfully fulfilled our sexual strategy as men, which is, you know, to spread our seed to like many, many different women. If you achieve that ultimate goal of male life, what would be after that? Well, rest, recover, get some like high fat, high processed foods, go to sleep, feel lethargic. You don't need to work. You don't need to go to the gym. You don't need to like work out, be productive. You don't need those things because you've just achieved the height of male life. That's what happens when you watch things like porn and you go on social media. A part of your brain just thinks that you are like the ultimate fucking legend. And because of that, it strips you of your motivation to go and do the things that would actually build you up to be the kind of man who can attract the women that you actually want.
Facts.
The third habit that keeps you weak is video games, and this is controversial. It's controversial to literally say video games are bad because all these nerds will disagree with me and they'll say, oh, but actually for what? Shut the fuck up. Any argument that you have against this, that video games actually help you to be shut the fuck up. They actually help you to be creative. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. The reason why
I don't want to like. I'm gonna just speak on behalf of my personal experience. I'm not gonna bring no facts or nothing into this, but based off what I've, you know, what I'm saying, been playing video games damn near all my life since I was like 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? Video games to me, they haven't really done anything bad except for like make me a little bit addicted to like the dopamine of like of finishing a game, I guess you could say. But like that correlates to like real life to like finishing like a task or like finishing a test or getting through a hard workout. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still the same amount of like dopamine that you get per activity. I think. I don't know. But I forgot what I was going to say.
Fun is because you are getting like this virtual stimulation of the real thing that you wanted. You never wanted to fucking level up in Call of Duty. You never cared. Like we evolutionarily don't care about prestiging in a fucking video game. We care about climbing up the ranks of men around us. We care about obtaining status and power and having brotherhood in our lives. And video games manipulate those core masculine desires that we have and make you invest into the game instead because it's so much easier getting that status, that level up in the virtual world with there's no real discomfort than there is to actually go outside in the real world and level up there. Day in, day out, after months, years, a decade, you've invested so much of your time.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. But like video games, like for me, like they've just really helped me just like cognitively with like critical thinking and just helping me further better my hyper analyzing. Like I can't stop my hyper analyzing. I have ADHD. I have anxiety. It's gonna happen. But I just feel like it's made it better so I can calm down a little bit and take everything step by step. That's just me personally.
Energy that it becomes so hard to take a step back because now your life in the real world is so much worse. You're a fucking gamer. So here you are in the video game world. You are a warrior, a dragon slayer, prestige 7, and you've got the gold FAMAS gun on fucking Black Ops. You can tell how long I've not played video games for. Like the last Call of Duty I played was fucking Black Ops 1. The more of a legend you are in the virtual world, the more of a loser you are in the real world.
Cap.
The fourth habit that keeps you weak, and I promise that you are suffering from this. Fucked up sleep. A poor sleeping pattern. You thought all of the things I was going to say was just going to be like, oh yeah, like porn and video games, bro. Sleep is the fundamental thing that you need to improve on.
This is true,
the majority of young men need to improve on. I want to ask you a question. I'm going to see how smart you really are. How many hours of sleep do we need per night? Yeah,
6 to 8.
7 to 8 or whatever, right? Let's say 8. If you want 8 hours of sleep and you need to wake up at 6 a.m., what time do you go to bed?
10.
Answer that question right now. Answer that fucking question right
10?
now. Everyone will say 10 p.m., won't they?
Well,
One
9.
of the truths that not many people ever like to think about is that the time that you spend in bed is not the same as the hours of sleep that you get. This ring is very expensive. It's like $300, $400, but it tracks your sleep meticulously. And when you track your sleep with a device like this, you realize that there's such a thing called sleep efficiency. And sleep efficiency is kind of like the percentage of time that you are asleep of the time that you're actually in bed. And a good sleep efficiency is 80%. You know what that means? If you want 8 hours of sleep, like what's recommended by all these people, if you want higher testosterone, sleep at least 8 hours a night. You've
Facts.
always heard that, right? If you want 8 hours of sleep, you need to be in bed for 10 hours. If you need to wake up at 6 a.m., you need to go to bed at 8 p.m. No one is doing that. So you need to right now not think that this is talking about someone else. You need to hold your hand up right now and say, fuck, my sleeping pattern could use some improvements. I
like my sleeping pattern though, yo. I can't even lie. Like, I've always been an insomniac. Like, even since I was young, like super young, I would be up late watching Adult Swim, y'all. Like, I've always been a night owl. It's just how I am. And later in my life wasn't until I started embracing it, because I was being so restricted by school life and high school and middle school, where they set you up where you had to wake up at like the crack of fucking dawn, where we could be like other countries and just like go to school at 11 and get back home at 3 still. Like, doesn't make no sense. But that's besides the point. What I meant to say is that, like, I usually go to sleep at like 3 a.m. I want to say like 3 a.m., maybe 2 a.m. if it's a good night. And I wake up at like 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? And like the minute like I like even feel my eyes starting to go down, I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my sign to go to sleep. I'll be in the middle of making a song. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of my music, sorry guys, the sidetrack, you know what I'm saying, ADHD, but I'm going to be making a new YouTube channel just for my music too. That's going to be coming out very soon. You know what I'm saying? I want to say within the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. And also expect daily uploads.
Do it right now. My sleeping pattern could use some improvements. When you track your sleep, you realize just how shitty sleep you're actually getting, even though it kind of felt okay. The fifth bad habit that's keeping you weak is a poor, modern Western diet. Fast food and sugar. I'm not going to spend much time on this because it's just common fucking sense. If you're eating shit, if your diet isn't great and you're eating quite like processed, you know it is, right? A lot of people will just spend so long grilling you on it, but no one will tell you what is literally the most practical, specific advice that you can do to like, how do you actually start eating healthier? No one actually gives you good advice on that. You know, people will tell you, oh, well, eat fruits and vegetables, but they don't tell you, okay, how can a guy who's normally eating 3 to 4 unhealthy meals per day, how can he actually transform that realistically in a way that he literally would do? The specific advice that you can implement is literally choose 1 meal a day to change to a meal that is just entirely of vegetables, specifically potatoes, as like the main carb source. And then if you are a meat eater, with a bit of meat. So essentially just 1 meal per day, have salmon, chicken, whatever you can like bake in the oven alongside a bunch of vegetables like potatoes drizzled in olive oil. And that is like 1 meal that's now incredibly healthy. It's very minimally processed compared to like all the bullshit that you get from like McDonald's, like hyper processed foods. It's easy to cook and it'll even taste nice if you bake it and you actually drizzle it with olive oil, and olive oil is very healthy as well. Finally, the last habit that's keeping you weak is a lot less like practical.
And a little tip that I have for y'all is to meal prep. Meal prep, meal prep, meal prep. It can be a pain in the ass while you're doing it, bro. But for the next like week that you're gonna be eating that meal prep, bro, you're gonna be thankful, bro. Because instead of you spending 30 minutes having to cook that meal, bro, you spend 2 hours, 3 hours in the beginning of the week, bro, doing all that cooking for the rest of the week. And then you ain't even got to worry about it. You just throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes, bro. You're done, bro. Throw some barbecue sauce, whatever type of sauce you like, bro.
Wishy-washy, but it's maybe one of the most important. And it's being emotional. You've been convinced as a young man that you should be in touch with your emotions, that you should show your emotions, you should be in touch with your feminine side. That makes you weak. If you want to be weak,
don't listen to him, y'all. You got to be in touch with your emotions, bro. Because if you're not in touch with your emotions, you're not going to be emotionally intelligent. You're not going to know when to show your emotions, how to show your emotions. If it's socially acceptable to show your emotions in different scenarios, you know what I'm saying? So it's all just about just understanding how you react to things and being emotionally intelligent, you know, just
to not have the
Let's see what he's
respect
gotta
of
say.
the people in your life. If you want to
That's
lose
the last time I'm
attraction
pausing.
of women in your life, you should follow that bullshit advice that's pushed down young boys' throats when they're in school. Be emotional. It's okay to be weak. Be in touch with your fuck off. Be in touch with your emotions. Now, that isn't to say that you shouldn't be aware of them. Meditation is amazing for this.
Facts.
Meditation will make you aware of your emotions with more of a distance. Journaling does a very similar thing.
This
And
is
just
what
being
I
away
mean.
from technology and stimulation and just spending time in like nature will allow you to observe your emotions at a distance. That's an incredibly powerful skill because a man who can't do that is fucking
Journaling is
worthless.
important.
I will say this again. A man who cannot control his emotions is worthless.
Facts.
And now yet again, your like dumbass fucking Jeffrey brain lack of humility thinks that I'm talking about someone else. This may be one of the first times that you actually hear the cold hard truth, like the shit that you don't really want to hear but you needed to hear. You are likely an emotional young man. You have been raised, conditioned, brainwashed to be emotional. That makes you worthless as a man. No one will speak to you in this way because everyone's so used to sugarcoating things and just saying, we're all beautiful, shut the fuck up. If you cannot control your emotions as a man, you are worthless.
I'm
You
blunt.
must look into what is called Stoicism. It's kind of like a philosophy, but it's more so a way of living. Stoicism, and then also get into those practices, meditation, journaling, time away from like stimulism, and then also get in. It's kind of like a philosophy.
Recognize what you can and cannot control. That is important. You determine your reaction to a crisis. Ignore people dominated by their own negative emotions. Master yourself and aim to be virtuous.
But it's more.
Learn to move on. Recognizing what you can and cannot control. You know what I'm saying? Because it's important. I said this last time I'm pausing the video, but I just need to get this last point off. Is that like, it's important not to let things that you can't control get under your skin. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can control it, then do something about it, right? But if you can't control it, then just brush it off. Go on with your life.
Also a way of living. Stoicism, and then also get into those practices, meditation, journaling, time away from like stimulating content. You'll never stop having emotions. Remember this.
Facts.
You will always get emotions.
Facts.
Bro, I really didn't want to record these videos today. Honestly, I just didn't really feel like it. It's 11:54 a.m. right now. I was supposed to start at 10 and I literally just kept on pushing it off, feeling like a little bitch. Oh, you know, I'll do it later. Maybe I should go eat
3:37
first because
PM,
muscle protein synthesis and all this other shit. I was like, bro, fuck this. Like, the reason why I'm not recording right now is simply because I don't feel like it. Fuck what I feel like. If you allow your emotions to dictate your actions, you will live such a pathetic existence as a man.
Facts.
No one will respect you.
Facts.
No woman will be attracted to you. You must create a distance
lie.
between yourself and your emotions. Now that means
Facts.
that you will feel the emotion of being a little bitch. You will feel the emotion of stress and anger, guilt, shame, whatever. You will feel these emotions, but you do not allow them to control you.
Facts.
And
To
in
eat
fact,
you up.
you start to control your emotions. Now, how can you reverse these bad habits? Because you've probably tried to, you know, like quit porn and go on to semen retention and no fat and take a detox away from like social media and video games and, you know, try a new diet. You've probably tried those things and you've probably struggled a little bit. The reason why is because all of the habits that we've just spoke about are not actually problems. They are symptoms. All of these things are symptoms of the real core problem, the plight of modern young men, and it is mental health. Your biggest problems right now are not problems, they are simply just a symptom of your poor mental health. I've made videos on mental health that you can find. You can just search like Hamza Mental Health onto YouTube or click on my channel and you'll be able to find them. If you invest your time instead about learning and then improving your mental health, you'll find that these bad habits, they'll automatically with ease start dropping away from your life. A person with good mental health does not jack off 6 times a day. A person with good mental health does not eat shit food. A person with good mental health has good sleep. Focus on mental health first and you'll find that all of these other things just fix themselves.
Oh,
Click on this video to learn more right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.
Hey, yeah, shout out to, how do you say it? Hasman. Hammers. Hey, shout out to him, man. Hey, y'all make sure to go subscribe to him. But hey, how do y'all feel about these 6 habits keeping men weak? You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below if y'all have any of these habits that y'all want to kick to the curb, you feel me? And I might make my own video, you know what I'm saying, about how I've combated some of these things, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos, check out this dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave his channel link down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Evan's too far.